Hey guys, and welcome to a brand new video to the channel. So in this video, Jagex have been on a mad one really with updates this week and released a couple of posts which I think are very good. Now, rather than do two videos, I'm going to go through the group Ironman frequently asked questions and then have a quick look through the Harvest Hollow as well. We'll be doing a video release of the Halloween events anyway, but I thought it'd be worth having a quick look as it is going to be released tomorrow. So right click examine is what we'll go through first, and basically what this relates to is a lot of things in regards to the group Ironman, which is coming very soon to the game. So what this covers is all the important questions asked in regards to what can be sold, what can be moved, and what can be shared between the groups in terms of storage. So again, this is what the post is going to cover. It's going to break down all of these sorts of questions, what people have sort of said was going to be an option, and yeah, just going to give us a bit more of an insight on what group Ironman is going to be, because even though they did do the release trailer, which was again very well done, it showed off a couple of things, they didn't release much content, so again, that'll be very good. So items which are tradable are going to be, as you can imagine, tradable between the group Ironman, and similar to how it is in 07, there's going to be a group storage. So as long as the group's unlocked it and has access to the group storage, these items are going to be able to be sort of shared between the team. So archaeology materials, bird nests and geodes, dungeoneering rewards, augmented equipment items, as long as the original item is tradable, so like an augmented dragon pickaxe can be done, for example. Degrading items where the original item is tradable, so things like barrows or like the higher tier sort of degradable PVM armors as well. Masterwork armor, which I think is quite cool because you can sort of give people different roles, and if you give someone the ability to go and say, look, you're going to go do masterwork, you're going to be the smith, and go and make the masterwork set for the group, it just saves like every account having to do it, and I think that's a really good sort of benefit. I think what they're doing with RS3 is sort of looking into it, as long as one member of the group has the skill, that will cover the rest, so the rest don't have to do it as well. Slayer helmets, farming seeds and saplings, necromancy materials, which is a very good one because you don't want to be sort of getting all the necromancy materials if you're just like everyone doing it and not being able to share. Like, if someone stocked up on loads of necromancy materials and they decide to go and do combat instead, you don't want those materials going to waste, so I'm a fan of that one. Potions, again, you're going to have a herblore sort of account run the herblore side. Summoning charms and materials, which again just screams someone's going to be sat at Archglacier to sort of push everyone's summoning levels up. Teleportations, jewelry and items. Treasure trails, which is interesting, as long as it's sealed, which means that if an account is best quest or best setup, they can push and then push to do clue scrolls, especially if someone enjoys doing clue scrolls. That would be their job in my team because I do not like doing it. Urns, weapon and equipment fragments, so Imcando, spider leg tarp, which is good, which means if they're going for the noxious weapons, if one person has two items, one has one, they can make one actual spider leg, which is good. Quests and items which progress quests will not be able to be shared, which I do agree. I do think the quests need to be done. Installable items may not be traded, so it must mean that something to do with the group storage is going to have to be earned, which I agree needs to be done. So that doesn't mean that like a brand new level 3 can be carried from the base by an account absolutely doing it. The level 3's got to earn that status of the group storage, which I am a fan of as well. Group Ironman will be able to access the loyalty shop, so it means that we have access to auras, which is fine, but if you leave Group Ironman, you lose access to those auras and need to purchase them with loyalty points. Right, okay. So maybe there's a different way they're going to earn them. That's interesting though, but at least they've got auras, because I think auras are a very important thing to the game. Again, PVM, they're very high, but I always look at skilling auras. Skilling auras are massive for like how quick it is. So one thing that we'll be looking at with this question, basically there is some content which need a certain amount of players, and if you're only able to do it with your group, just so it's not carried by like mains and stuff like that, they're going to make changes to things like Yakimaru Puzzle, Barbarian Assault, which is good, just slight tweaks, nothing major, but just slight tweaks as well. The Dark Onyx Core from the Wilderness event, it will not be available for Group Ironman, which again, I agree, like the Wilderness Flash event is quite OP, keep it away from the Group Ironman content, which is good. Broadcasts, loads of broadcasts will be available for the Group Ironman, and there'll be a very fancy statue of the Iron and Claw, which is nice. I quite like the sword style is there, very Game of Thrones-esque with the swords. Again, more sort of world feeds, which is good. There was always going to be world feeds. It's just, yeah, it's just how it was going to do. But again, it's going to be more spam, so they might be getting turned off for me. Let me know if you think you're going to be turning yours off as well, because that will be quite a lot to look at. There'll be Group Ironman high scores as well, which is good. They've used a 14-day cooldown for people who hop through different group Ironmans. There'll be different statuses for people who haven't had any left. So if you are one which doesn't want people hopping with items to different accounts, that could be an idea as well, which I do agree with as well. I think we've seen it with a little bit with the 07 Ironman, the people boosting and stuff. There are ways to sort of cheese Ironman. And I think they are doing a really good job at just like tweaking things. So at least if people do manage to do it, it's going to be quite evident they've done it, and it'll be shown on their group status as well, which I think with a lot of things here, people are all about the group status. So yeah. Making the account, you can have the account ready as long as you've not selected the mode. They're going to go through all these sort of rule sets for Group Ironman as well, which I think is good, given one sort of like day left to do it. But yeah, it's coming soon. I'm looking forward to it. I will be doing a video on the sort of group as a whole. It might not be the full group as I thought. It might just be me. I'll make an alt and someone else. But I am looking forward to it as well. It'll be really good. So I'm pretty much expecting Group Ironman content to be most for content, maybe, except from like Market Watch on a channel for 2-3 weeks. While the hype is there, may as well jump in as well. But in terms of that, really good sort of details on the Ironman stuff. It seems to be mainly focused on like not letting people cheese it or do things they shouldn't be doing, which I think is very, very good. Nothing like demotivates a lot of the player base, like people who have cheese rewards, cheese drops, or done stuff which you shouldn't have to get like ahead of people. And another thing though, I'll be very quick about it because I think the post is here, but I'll make sure to put a post in the sort of description or the comments as well. It looks as if they have absolutely nailed the Halloween event. Now, out of all the events, the beach, Easter, and Christmas, in my opinion, Halloween was the one where they've dropped the ball with the most and not really like gone all out. However, going through this, they have hit it hard. So they're going sort of based around the Four Horsemen, which again is a fantastic concept, and one I sort of wish they do a bit more with as well. Death, War, and the other two really do have some value in the game, so definitely include that. And what they've hammered us with is cosmetics, emotes, clan competitions, skilling competitions, a little bit of bossing as well. I really do rate the clan thing as well. I think the clan competition and just sort of saying you can win the chance to have a little plaque or a little trophy is very good. We have the pet, which is the like haunting scythe, which is very similar to the sword from necromancy, which big fan of as well. And in terms of the skills they're doing, they've got bringing life to the party, which is summoning, grave robbing, which is archaeology, thieving, and also prayer. Skills which haven't really been in other sort of like events as well. I think archaeology, summoning, and prayer really do envision like the Halloween theme, so really happy with that. They're very, very good as well. They've got the maze thing, which includes bosses. I mean, look at that. Osius just looks great as a spooky green boss. And tying with that, they've sort of Halloweened up the bosses. So like looks great with the pumpkin hat. And release cosmetics with that as well. You've got the cosmetics for the Four Horsemen, which big fan of that. And just loads and loads of stuff relating to it. And I'm really a fan of these, the heads. I think the pumpkin head from the Solak boss is really, really cool. So what you've got is different things where you've got some loot. I think it just showed some loot somewhere. So the clan goodie bag is the Ensouled mask, which I'm pretty sure is the one which sold for a bill last year, which I actually got. Never get lucky in Treasure Hunter. Soul Witch is back as well, which is good. Grim Pumpkin. And as you can see here, it's basically like a load of the old rewards, which I do like them coming back out again because people have missed them. People weren't able to get them. We've got bones, buckets of slime, and the buckets of slime are actually GP because you can turn them into ectoplasm now. And just some nice necromancy pieces as well. So these are going to be from the clan goodie bag, and that's going to be the big ticket item, the Ensouled pumpkin mask. That's going to be pretty big. But I'm pretty sure the rest of it as well, there's going to be some great items coming in. And I just think these three bosses look great. And then finally, the maze, we've got the boss pet skin, Reaper mask, horseman costume, pumpkin, and just some nice little like drops. Again, it's not going to break the world. It's not going to break the bank. But I think the cosmetic side have been very well done from what we've seen in the pictures anyway. So we're going to be doing this on day of release. We're going to have a big look throughout the Halloween event. We'll be doing it as soon as it's released. And then I'm heading off on holiday. So yeah, that's going to be the end of this video. Hope you guys are looking forward to it. Didn't want to go in like massive detail for both posts because I wanted to do both together rather than just do two videos. Let's cover them both in one video because I don't want to be taking up too much of your time today anyway. But really excited for Halloween. Again, the rewards and the actual content seem massive. I'll see you guys on Monday the 15th for Halloween. If you've enjoyed the video, please make sure to leave me a like, subscribe to the channel. Again, thank you all for subscribing lately. It's been massive. Really, really helped me out. So thank you guys so much for that. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys tomorrow for Halloween.